Okay. Now, we're not just talking about, say, Manhattan Center, but there was also, see, the scene at the time, Latino organizations used to form, and they were like society kind of things. There'd be like, they dress up real nice, and there'd be a dance and dinner or dance and drinks at the Taft Hotel, at the Diplomat Hotel, uh, and everybody would be, I mean, really dressed, tux and tux and ties and and gowns and they would hire Tito Puente's band or Tito Rodriguez band or the Noro Morales band or stuff like. And those were big events. They would sell tickets 2 months ahead of time, and then the event would happen. And it'd be my parents. I saw pictures of them dressed up to the nines. With tux and the whole thing, bow tie, and my mom would be in a gown, and they'd take a group picture of all the friends together sitting at a big table with drinks and the whole thing. And it was like I used to think that was fascinating to me. It was just like, wow, look at this. This is like a this is big time. To me. I look at the pictures and go, wow. This is something to do. And they used to do this on a regular basis. And my parents were just like everyday hardworking people, but this is one of their outlets. Not just, I mean, going out to the clubs was one thing, but getting together to go to an event where like a classier, upscale kind of event, that was quite prominent in the scene in the 50s and 60s.
But then that all seemed to have changed a little bit. Again,
Well,
there was a
just
story that you told somebody about once, where somebody got again killed right in front of the bandstand,
oh, but
but then
that
the music continued.
well,
I mean, it was like the musical director said,
I,
"Oh,
yeah. Well,
they just grabbed the
I'll
house."
give you. But see, this was in a different environment. This like what happened to me was I was playing Ray Barretto's band, and we're playing in an after hours club. Now, after hours was a whole thing in New York. After the bands would play in regular places, the regular spots, the regular nightclubs and dance places, that you would end more or less like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, probably 2 or 3, right? Then people would go to after hour spots to continue dancing and drinking and having fun. And these places wouldn't open until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and they would go till about 8 in the morning. People just want to keep on dancing and having a good time. So we would play in these kind of places. There was one place in particular called Top of the Stairs, and that was a place on 102nd Street and Madison Avenue over an old movie theater. Now, this place was, that was, I used to work there. So I was working there with Ray Barretto's band the first time that we got hired to play in one of these places, which were notoriously, That was for the, like, the the late night set crowds were like, pimps and pushers and, and then the also mixed in were the dancers that didn't want to stop after the dancing was done at the club. So I'm playing there with Ray Barretto's band, and we're playing one of the tunes that we made famous. One tune was called Hipocresía y Falsedad, and it has a break in the middle. And right in the middle of that break, this guy whips out a gun and shoots this other guy in front of the band, right in his head. Bam! And the next thing you see was the elephant stampede. Everybody screaming, and there was only one exit, so people were like trying to get out any which way they can. The body's on the floor. The owner of the place tells his workers, drag the body out to the street, take it out. Then he started mopping up the floor. Then he tells the band to keep on playing. We said, I'm sorry. I told Ray Barretto, I said, no, 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 no. We're not going to play another note. We packed up and left. Then don't ever tell us we're going to play in one of these places again. You know, but it was like the way it happened was like surreal. It was like something out of a movie, you know. But this was I was only 18 at the time, you know, and it left a big impression on me. That's for sure. It wasn't the first time I had seen anything like that, but it's